And we're back, Human Nuggets here with some more Modern Warfare 2 content for you today. We've got the MX Guardian finished out to its 1,000 kills, so we can go ahead and chuck the charm on for that one. There we are. The loadout I was using is just the Lucina blueprint with some tuning at it. It's a pretty good hipfire build straight off the bat. So we got the VX Pineapple, tuned in hipfire accuracy and hip recoil control. The Bryson improved choke, tuned damage range and tighter pellet spread. The HYP LM barrel, tuned damage range and recoil steadiness. The Point G3PO4 laser, tuned in hip spread and hip walking speed. And lastly, the MX DCP 0 stock, tuned in idle stability and ADS speed, just to get a little bit of that back for when we do need it on rare occasion. Now this gun is stupidly easy brain dead to use. It does not take skill, and if you apply skill to it, it just becomes like stupidly broken. Well, that being said, I do think that the KV Broadside has more potential still, but this definitely takes a lot less skill to accomplish. Like, I wasn't trying while using this thing, and I can still only remember one match where I went negative, and that was on a grind match, which is just completely different anyway, because it's all about kill streaks, pretty much. Well, you can see it only takes a couple of shots to kill, unless they're really far away. It's full auto, and you just, yeah. Big advantage the Broadside has over this is you can actually change magazine size, whereas this one, you are locked into that 15 round mag. Over range, obviously it suffers a lot. If you are trying to get the long shots with this gun, I would recommend pretty much trying to turn it into an AR and putting the slug rounds on it. Having it be a really weird 15 round AR that kind of works, kind of doesn't. That's how I did it to begin with, and yeah, just kind of... It's not designed for long range. It's a shotgun that... Well, they're never designed for range, but it's not exactly designed for control either. You could even go like fully zero effort and just every time you encounter a corner, just turn around and fire. And at the very least, you're bound to hit and annoy someone. Like, you won't necessarily get the kill going that way, because, you know, you never know where they're actually going to be, and... Well, this is like a dirty gun to use. If someone's trying to beat you and you're not, like, exerting yourself hard because you're just relying on the gun's stupidness to win, they can outgun you pretty easily. They just need to want to, until it's like immediate proximity, and then it's just a fuck you because of the sheer wall of lead you have in front of you. A lot of people also like rocking the Dragon's Breath rounds on this, I've noticed, which after the nerf, I'm not the hugest fan. Like, unless they buffed it again, like they nerfed it a couple of seasons back. And I just kind of never used Dragon's Breath after that. But, to use it on this, you also need to switch to the Burst Fire trigger group. Which, while it works, it makes it a lot less forgiving. Because I will, like, you know, tend to miss a shot or two, because that's bound to happen when you're hip firing, and then if you're in burst fire mode, that gives you a lot less control over it, and you gotta have more recovery time in there. I would also, normally I don't go into like what perks to use, but I would really recommend fast hands with this one, just because how they slowed it down if you don't have fast hands on is they just make it so that your guy like fails to reload. He'll like put it in, it'll not be quite the right angle, and then I'll have to jam it in again, and it's just like, well, I mean that's such a stupid way to slow it down. You can see there, like, once we're getting into them kind of mid-range encounters, it falls off a lot, but if they're not paying attention to you, you kind of got that enough damage wall that you can take them out. Now, obviously on non-shipment maps, this gun would struggle a lot more than it does on shipment, just because of the proximity, but like, that's where you might want to consider an ADS build, or even ADSing with this one, just to make sure you get them clear line of sight. I mostly only use it, like, trying to pick people off head glitches. Or if there's a group of, like, 3 people or something, and you're trying to target a specific one, because you feel they're most likely to notice you first, and you think you'll get a better chance to come out of the engagement, I'd aim in then. Just trying to get that little bit of extra control. But control's not what this gun is about. It is about sheer output. You will also, if you have your mic on, I normally do, but like I turn it, well, I don't talk to people, but I just listen. Turn it off for videos, obviously, because especially with it, oh fucking, I was close to that than I thought. Especially with this gun, you will receive a lot of hate speech. It's scummy as fuck. Like, I'm not going to use this again after I'm done with this video, because I don't want to be the guy that's running around with the Guardian. If it's how you're going to enjoy the game, fair enough, but, you know, at least know that everyone else is going to hate you for it. And then I have encountered people with this gun that, like, would fully camp in a corner with it. You know, get the deployable cover up and everything, and they could get, like, stupid kills in one match with this thing. You can see that was just like... I normally struggle when I'm making videos because I have to think about trying to talk and trying to play the game at the same time, and I'm not showing off its full potential still, but it's like, the first match there I had over a 2 KD, and now I'm just walking around like shit like that, like zero effort, brain-dead gameplay. And that's what this gun is, so if that's what you want to go for, well, you can go for that. But that's where we're going to leave it for today, so I hope you've enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one.